Cleaning the screen. There we go. Thing on. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Are we there? Oh, what is going on, YouTube fam? Welcome back to another high adventure video. We're sitting out here early morning. Well, okay, it's not that early. It's like 8:30 in the morning. I am sitting out here on this beautiful flat that gets down to about 9 feet. There are gars swimming across it typically. So we've decided to call it Gar Flats. We fishermen are kind of an unimaginative lot when it comes to naming things. I'll be downright honest with you. Oh, there's one. Just jumped right back there. I am after making some delicious gar sandwiches right here on the boat today. But to do that, we first got to catch a gar, which is a difficult task in and of itself. Let me show you guys how I plan on doing this, and we'll get this day underway. So I have with me a couple of basic bobber rigs set up. Oh, look, there's another one just hit right there. Okay, basic bobber rigs set up. However, with these rigs, I have a leader, a 25-pound mono leader. Oh, there's another gar right there. Hey, they're starting to show up now. And on the end, I just have this tiny little circle hook. Actually, that's an octopus hook right there, technically. That 25-pound mono leader is gonna hopefully help us get past the gar's teeth and get the gar into the boat. Now, let me see what we have for bait here. I was out fishing yesterday and caught a few shellcracker. And I think what we're gonna do is just take some chunks off of some and use that as bait, because gar eat like just junk. They just eat like trash, basically. Kind of like whatever you would fish for catfish with. Look at the size of that one. That's not a bad shellcracker, first off. Anyway, you know what? Maybe I need to do a shellcracker video. Do a little shellcracker catch and cook. Target these guys. The biggest shellcracker in South Carolina is over 5 pounds. You know what? There's the birth of an idea. You guys just witnessed it. There you go. We're gonna go do some shellcracker fishing for a video. Any hoosers, I've got these guys from yesterday. We're gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna cut the whole thing up because I want to eat them, but maybe like some pieces, maybe like under the chin here. I just need some fresh cut bait, basically, is what I need. There you go. That's not bad right there, actually. I'm kind of digging that. Hey, I like that right there. Look at that. Some guts, a little bit of belly meat, chin meat. There we go. A little bit of intestine dangling off, a little bit of meat. And it's just gonna be pretty simple. We're just gonna toss it out like that, and we're just gonna wait for the gar to come and get some. Oh, there's a gar right there. Oh, there's another one right there. Look at that. All right, they're starting to move into the area, I'm thinking. 2 bobbers out, shouldn't have to wait long. Oh, guys, we got a first bite. First bite, bobber's down over here. Bobber's down. I don't even know what it is. Where'd it go, where'd it go? All right, now we need to let him eat it because we gotta get past that beak. Look at that, see, line, she's taking line out. Taking line out of the spool. I think we're gonna load in here. Did I get her? All right, right now we've got her hooked. As of right now. Now we got to get her in. Ooh, there we go, there we go. All right, first fish of the morning. First fish of the morning. Now, this is the hard part, is actually getting it in, because I have no idea where that hook's at. No, look at that. No. And that beak is super, super hard. So I have to hope that it's in there good and we can get this baby in the boat. Solid fish. That was fast. Not a bad fish either. We're working 8-pound test line. So we got enough for these gar. There she is. Look at that. Come here, you. Oh. Come on. This is a nice fish. No, 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 don't like that. No, no, no. Oh, come on. Come on. Gotta hope that 25-pound mono and everything holds up. Come here. Come here. And then you got to fit this weird body in the net too. This weird long body. She's circling. Come here. Ugh, oh, I can't get her in the net, dude. I can't get her in the net. There we go, yes! Head first. Boom! First gar of the morning. Here we go. Getting our gloves out because these things are gnarly. The teeth are really sharp on these guys. Whoa! About to fall out the back of my own boat. The teeth are super sharp, and they've got like, I mean, the whole thing is just one big piece of armor. But then they've also got like on the side of their gills is like razor sharp, and I've been sliced on my fingers multiple times, just on the sides of the gills. And these guys thrash a lot. There you go. Probably a little over 3 feet would be my guess. Not a first bad gar of the morning. Oh, check this out. Look at that. Look at that right there. See that hook? Right in the side. Right in the side. Where are my pliers? Just got lucky. She went to go ahead and eat it. It wasn't, what I'm trying to do is keep that hook out of this part right here, because it's super hard, super hard. There we go. Look at that, look at that hook. Look at that, it's all like bent up. But there you go. We're gonna have us some gar sandwiches, ladies and gentlemen. Let me show you guys these teeth here. Look at that. Look at those, man. Whew, those are no joke either. I have even like running your finger along the side of the beak. See that? Like all of a sudden she's Dawson, all of a sudden, bam, there's a lot of power in these fish. She almost went over the side of the boat. But even running your finger along the side of the beak, my fingers have gotten caught, and it's almost like they're serrated. And it's very painful actually to pull your finger out of that beak. So look at that, straight gnarly. Let's get her on a stringer and get her bled out here. Guys, I think, wait, where's my bobber? Where's my bobber? No, we got another one. We got another. I don't see my bobber. Wait, is it taking? Oh yeah, it's running. It's running. We got another fish, guys. We got another fish. I just got the other fish on a stringer, bleeding out. Come on. Oh, wait. She just stopped. All right, typically, from what I understand, is when they stop, that means they're eating on it. So we're gonna get ready here. We're gonna get ready. As long as that bobber doesn't come back up to the surface. I literally just recast this one out, turned around, and all of a sudden I was like, where's my bobber? And he was gone. Yeah, it stopped again. She stopped again. That's good. That means she's eating on it down there. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, yeah, there she goes. Got her. Got her, at least for now. Oh, she just broke the line. Oh, man. Dang it. Oh, well, that's a bummer. I mean, the whole rig just came off. There must have been a weak part in the line, because like the bobber and everything went. We may see the bobber pop back up somewhere. Man, I hate losing the whole rig like that. That was dumb. It was really dumb. They're really liking this shellcracker. You know, one of the first gar I ever caught, actually my first gar I ever hooked in my life, I put a bluegill on a hook. Well, like first couple of months I was here in I first moved here in South Carolina, because in Idaho you can't use live bait. It's illegal, with the exception of crawfish. But I had put a little bluegill on a bobber, and my bobber just went boom. And I thought, in my mind, big bass, and it was a big old gar. Hooked probably like a 4-foot gar on it. It was pretty cool. All right, get that line back out. We gotta retie this other one though. Oh, that's getting a bite. Wait, is it? Oh yeah, she's getting bit. She's getting bit. Come on. Come on. Oh, line's starting to tighten. There we go. There we go. I don't see the bobber. That means she's eating on it then. I mean, she's down there munching. Come on, baby. As you guys can see, there are several steps to this process. It's not just, oh, get a bite, set the hook. Like, oh, something just jumped by that bobber right there. Hopefully we don't double up. I'll just have to open the bail. But you have to hope to get the bite first. Then you gotta hope they eat it correctly. Then you gotta hope you set the hook on them right. It hooks him. Oh, that bobber just went down. I'm gonna just have to open this bail. Okay. Oh, the bobber just came back up. I'm gonna tighten this up and go for it. All right, there's the hook set, initially anyway. Good grief. You see, I mean, look how powerful this fish is. Look how powerful this fish is. Okay, well, so far so good. Doesn't mean much yet. Oh shoot, this fish just totally ran right into this other bobber. I got a big old snaggle going on here. A lot of people don't gar fish. A lot of people just don't think to. But it's a lot of fun. You know, if you have like a free afternoon and you know, maybe like, especially this time of year, you know, when it gets super hot out, it can be difficult to catch fish. Man, go throw some cut bait on a bobber, find an area where the gar are hitting the surface, and go have a few gar take you for a ride. It is a lot of fun. A really, really good fight. Really good fight. Come here, baby. Head first. There you go. All right. Another solid fish. Another solid fish. All right, let's get the gloves on here. Oh, look at that armor. Where'd I hook you? Oh, jeez Louise. You just gotta grab these things so tight. Look at that. See that line? That line's in there, but it held its own. 25-pound mono against those teeth. That's another good fish. Look at that. She's got a hold of my rubber net, and my rubber net is just caught in there. Good grief. Look at that. She's not. Good luck getting this out here. Whew, tear that rubber up. You know what? Let's just for fun. Oh, see, look at, they're so powerful. They're absolutely so powerful. Was that a 36-incher? Let's see. There. It's about, well, I can't get her lay straight. It's about 35 inches. There you go. 35-inch gar. We'll drop her. Well, there you go. There's an easy release. Oh man, what a fight. What a good fight. Well, y'all, gar flats. Kind of going flat. I've not really seen anything hit the surface. The gar come up and they hit the surface and they fill some sort of like gas sack or something inside of them. But they'll come up and just bloop. And you can always tell when a gar hits the surface because it leaves 2 rings in the water. It's kind of crazy because the beak comes out, then it slaps down, so it's ring and ring. But I haven't seen anything for about the last 30 minutes now, so they must have moved off, but they are no longer here, apparently. I don't know what I'm doing though. Into the thick of it! Oh, that felt amazing. Whew, it's a hot one today. I think we're gonna go ahead and move out. I don't know where. I've got some worms with me. We might do a little shellcracker fishing. I don't know. I had fun yesterday doing that. We might try to find another gar or two though as well. But they're not here, so let's move. All right, folks, we are going to try our hand at a little shellcracker fishing. I've gone to a couple spots, have not seen any gar, anything like even hitting the surface. So, I don't know where they went. Normally, gar flats is so reliable, but not today, apparently. We are gonna fish this flat that you just saw, made of shells, which is typically a good hangout for shellcracker. And we're gonna see if we can't locate any piggies. There's a bite, come on. That was a good hit. That's a shellcracker hit right there. Come on. Got him. That feels like a shellcracker to me, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't feel like a bad one either. Oh yeah, that's a good shellcracker. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Swing him aboard. Oh, look at this fatty. Look at that fatty. Look at that fish right there. Oh goodness, he's pooping all over my finger. Look at that fish though. Oh, that is a nice one. You know, I go after a lot of game fish, a lot of striper, catfish, bass, other types of game fish, but these guys are considered a game fish. I mean, these are a good fight and a really good eat. Let's see how big this is. Let's see. Measure him up. Look at that. That's an 11-incher. That's an 11-inch shellcracker right there. I mean, that is a really nice fish. You know what I think though? I have a few shellcracker already in the cooler from yesterday's explorings. Today is about the gar, so you know what? You're gonna be a lucky duck today. But what a beautiful, beautiful fish, man. We're gonna go ahead and let him go. Y'all, let me know in the comments below, should we dedicate a good 24 hours to chasing the mighty shellcracker? I think we should. I think we should. Dedicate a video to the brimfish. We haven't really done that much on my channel, but I like the idea. I like the idea. There's a bite right there. Come on. Got him. Boom. Feels like another solid fish. Another solid fish. Oh yeah, another pig. Man, that's another nice one. Whee! All right. Dadgum. Look at that McFatty right there. That is another thumbable shellcracker. Boom. Man, all right. We definitely have to, go after some of these. Oh, no. There it goes. Oh. Goodbye, shellcracker. I mean, I was gonna let him go anyway, but look at this. Look at those spikes. Got me right there. Look at that. I'm bleeding. He made me bleed my own blood. Dang, man, there's some shellcracker around here. We're finding them. Look at that. Little booger got me good. Ah. Dang, those spines are no joke. There's another bite right there. He's on there. Got him. What? Micah, you are just ridiculous right now. Just ridiculous. Oh, hey, it's a little babe. It's a little babe, but it's still a shellcracker. It's a pretty one. They've got like these pretty like yellow freckles, whoa, on the side. I hope you got a glimpse of that because you had about 0.3 seconds to see that. Man, we're batting 1,000 on these shellcracker right now. Should have named this shellcracker catch and cook. Jeepers. All right, y'all. Time to get cooking. Ooh, that's a nice one. I was originally gonna throw a couple of catfish lines out, but I got into the back of this nice tidy little cove and I saw a bunch of turtles and I thought, well, that's gonna be an exercise in futility. The turtles will just consume the bait and I won't be able to do anything really with that. Check out the tools needed for cleaning this fish. These are actually like sheet metal cutters. Got a little rusty. Don't know how that happened. But I had a few subscribers in my last gar video that I actually shot last year. In fact, if you want to see that one, link will probably pop up here or something like that. They suggested this because I originally used like wire cutters and it's a really slow process because this is like armor. And then I had multiple subscribers say, use these. So we're using them. And thank y'all for the suggestions. My subscribers, the phalange army, man, they come through. They come through when it matters most. And I've gotten a lot of good ideas, helpful tips and tricks from the phalanges. So thank y'all. Now, obviously, as you can see, my cutting board is pretty much worthless here. Okay, anyway, I need to make a cut at the back of the head. I need to get under one of these scales if I can't. Look at this. Look at that. Just like armor, dude. Oh, jeepers. Okay. All right. Here's what I'm doing. I'm going to cut down this way. I'm going to cut down this way. Then we're going to cut all the way along the back and remove the meat from said gar. Allegedly. Ugh. Another goose. All right, we've done that. Let's go down. All right, it's almost like you need like a little heavy duty knife. This knife ain't doing too shabby right here. All right, now let's take this and let's see. Seriously, you could probably make a bulletproof vest out of this stuff. At the very least, it'd keep arrows off of you. Oh, okay, that was a good cut. Oh man, that cuts like a oh my heavens. This cuts like a dream. Look at me, I'm mowing through this thing. Ah, this is way mucho nicer. But you guys can hear that. You hear this sheet metal shears? Hear that? I mean, you hear that? I mean, this thing is thick with 3 C's. That wasn't the straightest cut, I'll give you that. Okay, wow, that was a lot faster than the last time I did it. Now, we're gonna take the filleting knife, and you wanna cut along the top, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna cut the meat away from that armor plate, basically. The meat actually cuts away from the armor plating pretty easily. Three things I would recommend for this process: super sharp filleting knife, these bad boys right here, and a good pair of gloves. Seriously, I wonder what you could make out of this skin. It's fairly pliable. Like, you can make some sort of body armor out of it. Watch, I just discovered something huge. Gar skin deflects bullets. High Adventure Videos makes billions. There we go. Look at that. See how that's all? Oh, look at that. You see here it kind of just peeling away. Here we go. We're cooking now. All right. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to cut along the back. And this way we don't get into any of the guts. Look at that, that's just coming away. Right down there to the, I can feel the ribs right there. Just cutting right along the ribs. I mean, this is gonna be a whole bloody fillet, I'm thinking. Oh, look at that. That's like, I don't know, 15 inches long, 14, 15 inches long. Boom. There is our first strip of gar meat that we can make our sandwich with. Set him off to the side. Let's do the other side here. Look at that. Filleted it right open. Got the meat out of here. So you can see those are the ribs all along there. All the guts still remain in. And we have a fresh cleaned gar. Easy peasy. Once again, mad thanks to everybody who suggested this. This was phenomenal. Phenomenal little product there. We are going to start by boiling the meat. Gar is super tough, and so we're gonna boil it first in some seasonings to try to break it down. So basically what I'm doing right here is like a crawdad boil. I've got some Old Bay seasoning. Throw a lot of this in there, actually. Heavy on the Old Bay. What other kind of goodies? Ooh, some blackened seasoning for a little kick. Why not? Let's see. Definitely want some salt in there as well. Why not some parsley? Sure. I'm gonna throw some of this Everglades heat in there too. I'm gonna go ahead and toss a few lemon wedges in there as well. I don't know why. It just feels right, you know? Save this other half for when it's done. Look at that. It's one side of our gar. I'm just gonna cut it up, man. I can already, it's tough when you're even cutting through it. You just feel it. Just a tough piece of meat. It's gonna take those pieces. This water's heating up quite nicely. We're gonna kind of just like slow cook it in all these seasonings. And that'll be step number one to try to soften the meat. Let's see here. There's one of the pieces. Boiling up quite nicely. Woo! Tell you what, boiling up fish when it's 99 degrees outside, double boiled is what we are out here. Good grief. Last time I tasted gar, it basically just kind of took on the flavor, it seemed like to me, of whatever you put on it. So I know typically like boiling meat kind of takes all the flavor out of it, but in this instance I'm hoping to infuse some flavor, you know, all the cacophony of stuff that we threw in there. infuse some flavor into this gar. I have no idea if this is gonna work. We're all gonna find out together. It's time to move some meat. There's one. Just gonna move it into a pan with some oil for now. We cooked this for about 30 minutes. I don't know if that will be long enough or not, to be downright honest with you, but I'm hoping since we're doubly cooking it, hey, I can stab it, that's good. But I'm hoping since we doubly cook it, it'll break it down enough. The main flavoring I want on this is the Old Bay. So now we're gonna dust some more Old Bay over these chunks of meat again. Yes, that looks good. Hopefully. Kind of shredding the meat up here a bit. Still feels fairly tough. So may have had to boil it a little longer. Probably want to boil this for like a few hours actually. Here we go, we got our baguette. I mean, look at the size of this thing. This is only half of it too. Look at the size of my baguette. We're just gonna slice this open. You know what, I just realized, kids, that I didn't bring mayo. Mayo would have been delectable. This meat's about done. Put a little lemon juice over it. And I brought with me, some coleslaw. What we're gonna do is make a nice bed of slaw here to set this fish on. And really, since it's a sandwich, you can kind of make this any way you want. Check it out, I actually brought some pickles with me. I forgot about this. Glad I remembered. I'm just gonna lay some pickles. It's actually the last of the jar. So my wife let me take it. There we go, look at this. As if I worked at Subway. Boom. This should have stayed together a little bit better, but that's okay. We're just gonna take some of this meat, slap it on there, really. Look at that, this is gonna be messy, but that is how it's supposed to be. There we go. A big old gar sandwich. Well, there you go, just kind of have to hold it together, squeeze it together. Bon appetit. I like the Old Bay on the gar. Like I said, the gar just kind of picks up whatever flavoring you want it to pick up. So it's really, really customizable, if you will. Oh my word. Holy cow, you guys see that behind me? You better hurry up and eat. That looks pretty gnarly to me. Those really go together. The kind of kick of the Old Bay with the cool coleslaw, crunchy, zesty pickle. Oh, I'm making a mess. Good heavens. Well, YouTube fam, not a bad day of fishing. That behind me though, that looks pretty ominous. The gar actually isn't terribly chewy. It's definitely a little bit chewy, but boiling it helped. I think what we need to do though is boil it for maybe like a couple hours at least. Obviously with that dark foreboding mass behind me, we don't have a couple hours to boil it, but I think if we did boil it, that would break that meat down just beautifully. Y'all, you need to go give gar a try. First off, it's just a really fun fish to catch. Gives you a really good fight. Then if you don't mind a little work, you get tons of meat off of them, and you can pretty much cook it up any way you like. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me today. Hope y'all enjoyed the adventure. I'm gonna go get off the lake before this hits me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next one. I just heard some thunder. Oh, we gotta go.